everybody, Mike Pfeiffer, Pfeiffer Hobby Supply, and the ACT here again. You guys know who I am, I suppose. We're going to do update number 68 here and show you what I've been doing. And it's really a whole lot of nothing basically on the layout, but it's a lot of work. And show you what I've been up to. Okay, gang, in the last video, I think I told you that I had, when I tried to stick my towns or my info on all my boxes here, so I lost some of the paint on the front of these, and I had to sand them all off and repaint them. Well, I've got them all done, and I've got the clips back on here, and they work good. I do have one clip on upside down here that I got to fix, but that's not a big deal. I don't know, and don't ask me how I did that. But anyway, you will notice that I have them all labeled. So we have the caboose track, maintenance away track. So we got the caboose track, the maintenance away track behind it. We have the interchange track, which is behind that. And then we have Robin's Feed and Grain, which you see, let's see here. Maybe you see the top of it sticking up over there. And then you have Swanson's Land and Cattle, which you can't see through the car cards over here. Let's walk down here and look at the rest of them. Okay, over here we have A. Schmelly Meatpacking Company. We have A1 Scrap and Salvage. And we have Fish Oil Company. Pretty self-explanatory for what's up here on the board. Now let's go figure out what the heck is the deal with all of these yellow trees, flat trees sticking up. Okay, since I got a bunch of track cleaned and I have a bunch of cars out, I don't have a bunch of cars out, I actually have just really a few cars out here, considering how many I actually have. However, everything that's on the layout right now, I wanted to see if I had a car card for. And lo and behold, I did not. But I had to search through a whole poop load of cards to get what I got here. Hang on one second and let me show you something. Okay, you can see all the cards that are out on the layout, and you can see that my card boxes are still chock full of cards. Now some of these cards go to cars that are in my red bag underneath the layout that actually is stuff that I take out to the fairgrounds. So some of that is modern and doesn't really count, but a lot of it isn't, and a lot of it is in my storage cabinets down here. But let me get my finger out of the camera. I do that every time we take a video, don't I? Anyway, let's kind of scan around here, and I believe we will find that I have a car card on every car out here at the moment. I do not know how many are out here. But what I intend on doing is putting these in their appropriate slots and take my train up here that is made up and make that into a actual train, put it on a clip and put it out here, put it down here for running purposes. I had a hard time getting all the numbers on the cars up there at the unobtainium plant and the potash plant. Because I have so many of those little 2-bay hoppers. What I didn't have was basically cards made on those maintenance away cars down there. There's a cleaning car, a gray cleaning car. You might just be able to see the end of it there attached to a couple locomotives back between the ice plant, or at the ice plant. That did not have a card. My new, or the steam, not my new, but yeah, I guess it's new. The BSI, or Broadway Limited locomotive down there. The steam locomotive was sound. I didn't have a card for that. There's an orange reefer there behind that steam locomotive. I have about 30 of those orange reefers, so it was kind of hard to find that car. It was kind of hard to find a lot of these. Anyway, there were some cards that did not exist here, or I have lost them, misplaced them, or miswrote them. Written them. But nevertheless, right now it appears like I have every car out here and every locomotive marked. So In all reality, that's taken me about 3 or 4 days to go through all these cards. Because you figure out, and let me step down here, you figure out almost all this stuff out here in the front two rows is box cars, 40-foot box cars. On the left, that's the rest of my 40-foot box cars. That's a lot of box cars. Then I've only got a couple of 50-foot box cars out here, and you can see how many 50-foot box cars I have. So I just have an awful lot of cars to go through to find these specific cards. One thing that I had forgotten when I went through all of this manure down here is the turntable. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and use one of these boxes that's underneath one of those boxes right there. I'm going to try to cut it down into one slot, a single slot, and I'm going to put it over there on the left-hand side of the throttle pocket so that I can put all the locomotives that are residing in the roundhouse in there so they can be pulled for use. Another thing, and here's how stupid we can get in collecting our trains. This caboose right here, 1201, there, may focus. 1201, I put marker lights in it. And I just pulled out a bunch of caboose to put marker lights in. I put one in that red caboose behind it. And when I was searching for cards, I was searching for that 1201. I got to looking at my train up here. And I have another 1201. So, and as luck would have it, wouldn't you know, I picked that one out to put lights in the back of also. So now I have lights in two 1201 numbered cabooses. So, that being said, the obvious thing is I don't want to go through the lighting routine again, so I'm going to wind up renumbering one of those two cabooses, or caboose as the case may be. So anyway, that was one thing I ran across. Not really much else that I ran across that was abnormal or anything. Just a long process to go through all these cards and look at all these car numbers, and it's just kind of overwhelming actually when you haven't kept track of it. So pretty much that's what I've been doing. As you notice when I showed you the boxes down on my right, you noticed that it said Better Box Company. Well, that building right there is Better Box. And as you can see, that'll be moving, and I've said this before, down to that vacant spot where that box car is sitting. And I may swap with that building there. I'm not really sure. It's going to go right in there somewhere. Now, I'm building a new building that's going to go here, and I'll probably unveil that on the next video if I ever get the dang thing completed. But it goes there. It's 6 inches wide and 4 inches deep, or 3 inches deep. I'm not sure. That will be the supply company, the machine and supply company. So we'll work on that when I get that far. And you know what I was just realizing is that's the slot I'll need for the vacant slot that's down here. So that will eventually become one of these vacant slots down here, or the vacant slot that's down here. And that's why I left it there. So anyway, that being said, let me see if I can find anything else I've done, and I'll get back to you. Okay, one thing I'll show you. Here's a locomotive that Gavin patched out for the ACT, and another one that he just got done working on for the ACT. I'm thinking he's going to keep these. He says he is. He'll probably run those at the club, wherever he wants to run them. But anyway, I'm pretty proud of him. He does a good job. On top of that, during this whole coronavirus thing, I think he's saved about $1,000 selling weathered cars. I think that's pretty incredible for a 13-year-old. I'm real proud of him. And his brother, for that matter. His brother's a good guy. I don't know what else to tell you out here. I really haven't done much. Haven't even run any trains, really, because I've been concentrating on all of this horse hockey. Oh, there is one other thing I can show you real quick while we're swinging around in a circle. I told everybody to remind me to fix my hack in the mountainside here, or the side of the hill. I have now colored that in. I haven't put any foliage on it or anything, but you can see that it is now painted, and I want to thank you all for reminding me. I asked you to remind me, and you guys were right on top of it. So thanks for that. Really, guys, I think that's about it today. I'm going to cut you loose. Okay, everybody, that's update 68. As you can see, it's a lot of looking and a lot of searching. It's almost like a library, you know, searching for a book you don't know where it is. It's crazy. Never would have realized, or well, I guess I would have realized, but didn't really understand until I looked through the car cards how many cars and locomotives I actually have. Way more. I'm just like a lot of us, way more than I absolutely need to run on the layout here. So we'll see how in the end that pans out. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed update 68, and I always say thanks for watching.